Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan, and the news that everyone is talking about today is the potential return of Ezra Miller's The Flash in the future of the James Gunn DC cinematic universe. Now, this is news that, again, everyone is talking about, and I didn't really have anything unique to bring to the table until I realized that I'm one of the few people in this sphere of YouTube that was just incredibly apathetic towards the future of the DC, really trying to give James Gunn a chance, but not really trusting him at the same time. From before his firing or departure from Henry Cavill's Superman, I was in this position of, maybe it's all right, maybe it won't be. And after Henry Cavill's departure, I was still on that same sort of emotional bandwagon where it's like, might go one way, might go another. Whereas the business decision of Henry Cavill's departure is an asinine one, I could at least understand the creative decisions behind wanting to have a fresh start. Now, with the keeping of Ezra Miller over the keeping of Henry Cavill, I am completely on board the bandwagon of, wow, fire James Gunn. Maybe his plans still could be good. There is still always that possibility, but I am far more in the negative camp for the future of DC than I have been in a while. I've been kind of consistent in just kind of mediocrity approach to this whole new future for the DC. That is no longer the case. Zaslav was cutting projects left and right with seemingly random attention drawn to things like Batgirl. Now Henry Cavill and Ezra Miller staying, there's no sort of consistency. There's no proof of a plan. If James Gunn wanted a clean slate, if it was creative motivations to get rid of Henry Cavill, he would have gotten rid of everybody. But because that is not the case, because it is still a potential, it's still not confirmed whether or not Ezra Miller will continue. The fact that it is on the table is a problem, is near a deal breaker for me and so many other people, because it's not creative decision. If it were, everybody would be gone. Henry Cavill is the money maker at DC at this point. If they were going to keep anyone, that is the one man they should keep. But Ezra Miller, considering all his other problems that he's been having in recent years, legally, mentally, and just publicity-wise, he was the worst option to keep. They are potentially keeping the one actor that they should get rid of first. It is in complete reverse. Zaslav may have gotten rid of Batgirl and canceled a few other projects, but they've got it completely reversed in nearly every other decision at the current DC structure, where you leave Henry Cavill on the wayside and you keep Ezra Miller. That is completely backwards. And if they're even considering a situation like this, they cannot be trusted to make any sort of business acumen decisions or creative decisions. And I do not trust the future of the DC at this point. My mediocrity approach to the future is completely annihilated by this announcement, and I am no longer looking forward to it. I really love The Flash as a character, especially the early seasons of CW's The Flash with Grant Gustin. I never really liked Ezra Miller's, and that was before his whole debauchery scandals went on with him assaulting women in Iceland and Hawaii. He is not the right choice for a myriad of reasons, and one of the few instances of an actor who I think should be removed for the role because of his personal life decisions. It's because criminal stuff is involved. When criminal stuff is involved, it is not cancel culture whatsoever, and if this is the perspective DC has, maybe it is still going to be going forward with the woke identity politics perspective that has been driving them for many years now. Maybe Pregnant Joker is just the beginning in the comic books, and the movies will soon follow suit with people like Ezra Miller, the they, them, crazy person that he is, being the staple of their future. They can't afford to fire him considering his diversity shield, and if that is the reason that they're keeping him, throwing away all creative and business decisions, then the DC universe is truly failed before it has a chance to reboot. And this was the one chance DC had to overtake Marvel, considering Marvel's current slate bombing at the box office, barely breaking even for the majority of their films, their Disney Plus shows in the toilet, Disney Plus in general just losing billions of dollars hand over fist. This was DC's chance, and James Gunn was their Hail Mary, and their Hail Mary is falling and burning in spectacular fashion because they cannot tell the difference between the pull of Henry Cavill and Ezra Miller. If you can't get something that fundamental correct, if you can't make a decision like that fundamental correctly, then you have no chance whatsoever of making any decisions correctly for the future of the DC going forward. I'm done. I'm done. Just another franchise that I'm very near blackpilled on. I don't like to blackpill on anything, but maybe a temporary blackpill is necessary for many of these franchises, and it'll take a while for me to be re-inclined back into this franchise because of how many poor decisions have been made repeatedly by DC Studios and several of the others. there's really not a whole lot to be excited about for the future of entertainment in general besides gaming. Gaming is still strong. It's still not 100% woke. There are still great projects coming out of the gaming sphere. Other than that, it's really hard to find anything good. And I was hoping, despite everything, that James Gunn would be delivering stuff that was good for the future of DC because his Suicide Squad was good. But that does not seem to be the case because Ezra Miller is staying. So creative decisions are not the priority at DC, and they will not likely be in the future going forward. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Anon.
Hey, yo, are you feeling what I'm doing up in here? Oh, I know you are. Do you miss all the good, compelling stories that we used to get back in Hollywood that they ain't putting down no more? I know you missing it. So check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern day mental illness issues, baby. Book 1, Down in Flames. Book 2, Apocalypse Then. These are currently on sale. What are you waiting for? Get your hands on them. And we got Book 3, Kill the Dark, is coming down the pipeline. Just wait for all the good stuff that's dropping. You ain't gonna be disappointed, fam.